Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your technical critic, and whatever you do, do not go and see The Purge. Oh, Lord. This movie will eat your money and then vomit it out all over you. That's why it's called The Purge. Now, like you, I saw the trailers and I was excited. I thought to myself, finally, we get to see what the premise of The Purge actually is, because the first movie, really and truly, was a home invasion movie set in this world where apparently this strange pseudo-America that's 6 or 7 years down the road from now, where apparently it's okay to go murder poor people. What? This was a video game. This movie was a video game. I would play it. I would play it so hard. But as a film, oh man, it's hard to describe how bad it is. I mean, it's not Transformers level of bad, but we did get a lot of Michael Bay trailers in front of this movie, which explains so much, just so much. As a summer blockbuster, it does not work. It doesn't have the runtime. It doesn't have the interest. I mean, I met two girls afterwards, and thank God I met them, because they gave me some good ideas for what you could do with this movie. If you have a lot of friends and you like going to movies and riffing with them about how bad a movie is, go see this movie, because it is beautiful to riff off of. You've got all your cliche characters. Your super tough guy who gets bogged down, your stock stupid scared white characters which you just wish would die. Like literally, I was at the back of the cinema, back row, middle seat. The 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 white guy is talking. I'm like, just die already! And literally, someone riddles him full of bullets. I'm like, oh, that was. Oh, thank you, God of writers and philanderers. I mean, that was an unexpected blessing. There's no point in explaining this movie's plot to you, because it's your stock action movie. It's a bunch of people get in trouble, and one guy has to carry them all through. It's you know what? The whole time that this movie was playing, I could not help but think to myself, you know, a couple months back when there was that school shooting in Tucson, Arizona, and then some dick from the NRA came out and said, the only thing that stops the bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun, because everyone was saying, hey, you know what, maybe we should have less bullets in the guns, so that when people decide to do this, they can't shoot as many kids. And then that dick decided to say that. Well, this movie is basically that premise. The only thing that stops a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun. It takes that premise and just expands it outwards to just infinitum. That is the whole plot of this film. It's not. There's nothing here. If there was a game called Surviving the Purge, this would be it, and it would be good to play, and I would play it. But you know what? It's just. Here's the thing, though. With this movie, they go a little bit into some of the crimes that people commit and some of the psychosis that people have undergone. Like, probably 30 minutes into the movie. I mean, probably about 10 minutes after the purge starts, some guy breaks into the main character, into one of the main side characters. I won't call them main characters. I call them side characters to a slightly less side character. It's these two women, a woman and her daughter. The guy who's supposed to protect the apartment breaks in and decides he's going to try and rape the two of them just before he can. A bunch of heavily armed guys break into the apartment again, shoot him, and drag the two of them out so that they could be slaughtered by some guy in a truck. But he doesn't get to, because our main stock heroic built white guy comes and saves them. And then the rest of the movie takes place. I mean, there was some interesting stuff. Like, there was stuff with, like, rich people hunting humans, which I feel like it gave me a glimpse, like just a glimpse back into some of the crazy shit that might have been going on when slavery was still a thing. Like, people were buying people just so that they could kill them for sport. That was a thing that actually used to happen. And I feel like that's a glimpse of what we got in that particular scene. But there's the plot of this movie is all over the place. It's your it's your standard. Okay, this guy wants to do, and really the main guy who you're following, who's saving all of their asses, he really is the only one that has any real story arc. The rest of the people are just there either to get shot at or to be saved. That's it. That is the whole thing. There's like this weird thing with like a revolutionary that's going on during the purge. He's hunting rich people. That's a thing that gets slightly resolved. I don't. Whatever. That is this movie. This movie makes a great rental for a drinking game. Like if you're having friends over and you need a movie to watch as a drinking game, this is it. Drink every time somebody gets shot doing something stupid. You will get hammered. Or if you need something to riff on, this is good. The two girls, they're sisters. One's Serena and the other one, I can't remember her name. But they said, take your girlfriend. I would not take my girlfriend to this movie. I would probably lose a girlfriend going to this movie because it is that bad of a movie. But they're like, no, it's jump scares where your girl will grab your arm and be like, ah, it's like, boom. So, I don't know. Maybe they're right. My thing with women is not as good as actual women. So maybe that would work. I don't know, guys. Take a chance. But I would not take friends to see this movie. I would not take my girlfriend to see this movie. I was actually going to take a friend to see this movie, but last minute she couldn't make it, so I had to see it solo. But no, after seeing this, I don't regret it. I was thankful that she didn't come, because I would have regretted bringing her to this movie. It was vomit-tastic. It was just blah. It just vomits all over you. The concept of the Purge is strange, to say the least. I guess the idea behind the Purge is that, okay, you have all these crazy, stupid, evil elements of criminal society. And if you give them one night a year where murder is legal, you could basically have them all come out and they basically sick themselves on each other. But there's an inherent plot hole to that. Why wouldn't they just come after the rich people and go and be like, oh, it's legal to do whatever we want, including murder? Okay, I'm gonna break into a bunch of rich houses, steal all their shit, and then, I don't know, have me some fun. You know, it's just no. It's a silly premise for a silly movie, and I cannot recommend it in good conscience. Although, to be fair, I can think of a few YouTubers who, in this Purge, they would probably end up just because of your commenters. I mean, I have the best commenters in the world. You guys are awesome. You have always led very detailed, very intricate. Even your trolls, they're all very good. They're sound, they're intellectual. I love them. I love reading them. It's a pleasure to read your comments. Even the bad ones. They're beautiful. But some of you guys, just the vitriol that you have for some of my fellow YouTubers, wow, I can only imagine that if there was an actual Purge, either they'd be coming for your ass or they'd be hiding from you guys, because you would hunt them down. It is, oh man. And with the silliest things too. I mean, it's, no. But I came home, I watched Crime Doesn't Pay, Obey the Law, short. It's a vignette from the 1940s. So, it's all good. I watched something good today. So, yeah, that's my critique. Don't see The Purge unless, you do not like your money. It's, no. Just, no. Stay as far away from this movie as possible. What else is coming up this weekend? I'm pretty sure nothing else is coming up. Hang on. Give me 1 second. Come on. ...2014 list. Purge. Let's see, what else is coming out this weekend? We've got... oh no, not much. It's basically just Origins. Let's see what they... yeah. It's Origins, and so it goes. The Purge, Planes, Fire and Rescue. Oh, and I wish it was here. Ugh. These guys picked their release date well. You know what? Here's what you do. Save your money. Don't go to the movies this week. Read a book. You know. Go to a bar. Get a drink. Pick up a girl. Whatever. Or a guy, you know, whatever you're into. It doesn't matter to me. But don't watch this movie. Spend that money on anything. Put in open a savings account. You could do that, right? No, but don't see this movie. It's not... no, it's not good. Invite some friends over. Have a gaming party. Whatever. Just don't see this movie. It is not good. Anyways, that's my technical critique. I will see you guys in a jiffy. Alright? See ya. Bye.